Breaking news this morning on President Trump's tax returns with a ruling just coming into us from a federal appeals court. And I'll tell you, it's not a win for the president's legal team. NBC's Hans Nichols is back with us from the White House. Hans, what's up with this ruling? What's going on?
Well, Hallie, this is the latest loss the president's had from preventing his accounting firm, Mazars, from handing over tax documents. This would be his tax returns. In this case, they're being sought by subpoena from Cy Vance, district attorney in New York. Remember, about 3 weeks ago, the president lost a similar case in front of the D.C. Court of Appeals having to do with Congress's ability to subpoena these documents. What's different here is they relate to a criminal investigation, a grand jury investigation that's taking place. Now, it is just a three-judge panel of the Second Circuit, so the Trump's legal team has a couple options. They can either appeal to the Supreme Court or they can appeal to the full panel. But when you look at the full scope and the direction of all these hearings and all these judgments across the country, they're going against the president's attempt to keep his tax returns private and concealed. It seems as though most of the courts are agreeing that they should be public in some form or another, whether or not it's over congressional oversight or, in this case, a potential criminal matter. Hallie?
I know that we are reaching out, you and I both, and the rest of our White House team, to the president's legal team on this. I cannot imagine a scenario, Hans, and maybe I'm wrong here, and I don't know, that the president's team does not try to appeal this all the way to the Supreme Court. Does it not seem to you like that's where this is going?
It clearly thinks that on a whole host of issues, the White House thinks that things will ultimately be decided by the highest court in the land. So I remember last time this happened 3 weeks ago, the White House's legal team and the president's legal team officially said they're appealing within a couple hours of the initial ruling. You know how this works because you're here most days, at least in the afternoon. One of us runs the camera. One of us runs upstairs to get a response. Welker got the response duty this time, and we'll see if Kristen Welker comes back with what the White House actually has to do here. Hallie?
Most days I'm at the White House. Hans?
All afternoons, and some mornings.
Let the people know the truth. Thank you.
Yeah, a lot of cab time for you.
A lot of action there, though. And if you get a response, Hans, I know you'll race back to the camera for us. I appreciate that. Hans Nichols on the North Lawn. Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel. Why don't you subscribe? It's really easy. Just click on that button down there. And for more news from MSNBC, click on any of these videos here for the latest interviews and highlights. You can get more videos from MSNBC with our newsletters. Head over to msnbc.com/newsletters to sign up.